Good morning students, welcome to my commerce class. Let us continue with the chapter classification of business activities. The last we did was the meaning of commerce, its features, functions or importance of commerce or the reasons for commerce. We'll continue from there and we'll study about the various branches of commerce. On page 40 of your commerce book, branches of commerce is given there. Commercial activities are classified into two broad categories, trade and aids to trade. Now in simple language, trade means exchange of goods in return of money. Without trade, we will not be able to get things from the place of production. So there are people, there are middlemen, wholesalers, retailers are the people through whom we get the goods and in return we give them money, and thus production goes on for many years. The meaning of trade, you mark in your book, is trade means buying and selling of goods and services with the aim of earning profits, which involves the exchange of commodities for money or money's worth. There are two types of trade, home trade and foreign trade. All those goods which are sold and the services provided within the geographical boundaries of a country is home trade, and trade with other countries, with two or more countries, where goods are sold outside the country or goods are purchased from outside the country, it is called foreign or international trade. Home trade is of two types, wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade means when goods are purchased in large quantities but are sold to different retailers in smaller quantities. Usually wholesalers deal in one or line of products. The other one is retail trade, where a person purchases goods in small quantities and sell goods to customers in smaller lots. He is known as a retailer. He deals in variety of goods. As you must be visiting your retail outlet or the shopkeeper or the banya as you call them, there you get everything in one shop. Then under foreign trade there are three types of trade which are known as export trade, import trade, entrepot trade. X means out. So export trade means when goods are sold from within the country to outside, when the goods go outside the country, then it is called export trade. Import trades means in, when goods are coming into the country, when you purchase goods from other countries, it is called import trade. What is entrepot trade? Entrepot trade means buying, means importing. Importing means purchasing goods from one country, from other country for the purchase of re-exporting, to be selling again. So you may purchasing raw materials from other countries, converting them into semi-finished goods or finished goods and then selling them to other countries. It is called entrepot trade. Then aids to trade. And what are those things which help in trade? Aids mean help. Aids to trade or auxiliary trade refers to the activities essential for smooth flow of goods from the producers, manufacturers to the ultimate consumers. These activities facilitate trade by removing various barriers, hindrances in buying and selling of goods. The main aids of trade are transportation, warehousing, insurance, banking, advertising and other trades. Now transportation means, as you know, when people or goods are moved from one place to another with the help of some means. It can be through roadways, it can be through waterways, it can be through airways. All this you have done in geography already. Now in the exam you may be asked, give two merits, advantages of transportation. So the merits are, transportation facilitates trade by assembling, meaning bringing together all the goods at one place and then distributing them. Second, transportation brings the goods from the place of production to all the far and distant places of consumption. Third, it helps the consumers in getting a wide variety of goods at reasonable prices. Fourth, it overcomes the barriers of distance and creates placed utility. Transport widens the market and helps to equalize or stabilize prices at different places. Then what is warehousing? Storing of goods for a longer period. When it is required, then they are supplied to the wholesaler or retailer. Till then they are stored to be destroyed by fire, theft, rain, earthquakes or floods. The merits are many products such as wheat, sugar, rice, etc. produced in a particular season, but they are needed throughout the year, and so when they are demanded, they are supplied immediately. Second, it is necessary to store goods such as woolen garments and umbrellas to meet the desired seasonal demand. Next, it helps to stabilize prices through equal distribution of excess or surpluses over different time periods. Then insurance. Now there is danger or risk against fire, theft, deterioration, spoilage, floods, earthquakes. For this, goods are to be insured. Insurance means that you have to pay a certain premium, a small amount to the insurance company every month. In case there is a loss or due to fire, theft, then the amount of loss can be compensated by the insurance company. Business involves risks arising from price fluctuation, dishonesty of employees, bad debts, exchange rate fluctuations, loss of goods in transit and storage, fire, floods, etc. Insurance removes the hindrance of risk. Now there are two merits. Insurance helps in the expansion of trade by providing security against heavy losses and risks. Number two, it helps the businessman to develop sense of security and freedom from anxiety, tension. Banking. Now banks provide financial help to the businessman. They may grant loans to the businessman to run his business, or they make payments through the bank, or they accept deposits from the customers. So money comes to the bank of the businessman. The merits are it facilitates large scale and efficient business operations by providing cash and security. Banks provide safe, quick and economical means for remittance. Remittance means for payment of money from one place to another. It can be through checks, drafts. Now we have the latest NEFT and RTGS system. Second, they collect money from those who do not need it and make the same available to businessmen. Banks provide funds in various forms. It can be in the form of loans, short-term loans, overdrafts, cash credit, discounting of bills, etc. Then trade can be through advertising. You see so many advertisements on the television, in the newspapers you read them, in the magazines or wherever brochures or catalog you see, there are so many advertisements. On the road also when you go you see so many hoardings. Even on the tempos and buses, on the moving vehicles, there are advertisements of the certain product or services. So that enhances or increases trade. Advertising and publicity removes the hindrance of knowledge. Advertising educates consumers about the use of products and provides them greater satisfaction. The main purpose of advertising is to create and sustain demand. Create means people will go and purchase them, and when they are satisfied, they will again purchase them. That's what sustaining demand means. Demanding of the same product again and again, and the production goes on. Now these are the merits 1 and 2. Then there are other aids, there are other help or activities which help in trade, such as packing, communication, hotels, restaurants. There are also other means of trade. or age-suited, as you can say. Now, what is packing or merit of packing? Packing attracts consumers to purchase goods. That is the first merit. Second, proper packing prevents damage to goods in the process of transportation and warehousing. Third, it helps to remove the hindrance of loss or risk by ensuring safety of goods. These are the 2 or 3 merits of packing. Then communication is through telephone, through telex, postage, hoardings, internet now we have, radio we have, televisions we have. These all are communication, means of communication. Then hotels, restaurants and cinema theatres provide these facilities and thereby help buying and selling of goods and services. Whenever a manager or traveling agents, when they have to expand their business, they have to travel a lot, they have to stay somewhere. So all these facilities are given by the company to them so that they can bring business to the organization and increase trade.